Hey guys, here's your video of your rational functions practice worksheet that you got on Thursday. I'll be moving a little fast because I only have 15 minutes to do this video, so if you need if you need me to stop and you need to think through it, ask yourself to pause it. If I have to go into 2 videos, I'll go into 2 videos, but I'm going to try to avoid that. So let's go to the first problem. So Anna plans to rent a banquet hall for a party at a cost of $125 for the rental plus $8 for dinner for each person. Anna used the equation C equals 125 plus 8x divided by x to calculate C, the cost per person if x people plan to attend the party. If Anna waits until the summer to have the party, the banquet hall rental cost changes to $130 and the dinner price doubles. So what equation represents the new cost per person for the party? That is the very first question that we have to answer. So my new equation, C, so for starters, my cost changes to 135. So that 125 is going to change to 135. And then my dinner price doubles. So instead of 8 times 2 is 16. So plus 16x divided by x. That's what my equation is going to change to. Now the second one. How much more would it cost Anna per guest to have 20 guests attend her party during the summer compared to the regular rate that's provided? Alright, so first let's call our first equation, we'll call it C sub 1. So I need to figure out 20 guests for C sub 1. So C1 is equal to 125 plus 8 times 20 divided by 20. Alright, so since I don't have my graphing calculator, instead I'm using my cell phone, I'm going to do 8 times 20, that equals 160, plus 125, that's 285, divided by 20, and then it's going to be 1425 per guest. 1420, sorry my pen's not working, 25. Alright, now I need to figure out the cost for the summer. So let's call this equation C sub 2. So C sub 2 is 135 plus 16 times 20 divided by 20. So I'll do 16 times 20, which is 320, plus 135, 455, divided by 20. That's 2275. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to subtract. So 2275 minus 1425, and that is equal to $8.50. So during the summer, it's going to cost her $8.50 more per plate or per guest instead of having it during the regular time. If you're lost at any point so far, go ahead and rewind this video and rewatch it. Alright, the next one. Use the formula f of x equals x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x squared plus 5x plus 6 to state the following. So this is where you're going to use your foldables. Start on the far left. Lift up the wholes tab. The first thing it's going to tell you to do is factor. So looking at the numerator, so x squared plus 6x or x squared plus x minus 6. You want to see if there's a greatest common factor. There is not one. So now we do a times c. My a is 1, because it's right here, times c, which is negative 6. 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. So then what are my factors of negative 6 that I'll add to a positive 1? The answer would be a positive 6, a positive 3 and a negative 2. So up top, I'm going to have x plus 3 times x minus 2. Because positive 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And then 3 minus 2 is positive 1. Alright, now looking on bottom, I've got x squared plus 5x plus 6. I need to factor that. So again, my a is 1 times c, which is 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. factors of 6 I will add to a positive 5 are x plus 3 times x plus 2. Alright, for my wholes, I'm looking at what is common. So I have x plus 3 on both. So I set x plus 3 equal to 0. So my x value for my whole is going to be a negative 3. And now I'm going to take that negative 3 and plug it back in. When I do that, I get negative 3 minus 2 divided by negative 3 plus 2. Negative 3 minus 2 is equal to negative 5 divided by negative 3 plus 2 is a negative 1. So this makes a positive 5. Apologize, some of this looks ugly. My pen is not working well. So my whole is at negative 3, 5. Alright, next thing for my zeros, I set what's remaining in the numerator equal to 0. So the only thing left in my numerator is x minus 2. So x minus 2 equals 0. So that means x equals 2. Now, looking at this, my y value of my 0 is always 0 because this is where we cross the x-axis. So the ordered pair is 2, 0. Alright, next one, vertical asymptote. I set the remaining factor of the denominator equal to 0. So x plus 2 equals 0. So that means x equals negative 2. Alright, next one, horizontal asymptote. Remember horizontal asymptotes, we go back to our original equation and we look at our exponents. So up top, my highest exponent is a 2. On bottom, my highest exponent is a 2. So my exponents are the same, so I'm going to do each DC. So I'm going to divide my coefficients. The coefficient on my x squared up top is 1. Coefficient on bottom is 1. So 1 divided by 1 is 1. So my horizontal asymptote is at y equals 1. Alright, next one, the domain. For the domain, we're going to look at the whole and we're going to look at our vertical asymptote. So we had a whole at x equals negative 3 and a vertical asymptote at x equals negative 2. So that means our domain cannot have negative 3 and negative 2. So x is not equal to negative 3, negative 2. Alright, our range. Again, we look at the whole, so negative 3, negative 5. So y value of 5. And our horizontal, y equals 1. So y cannot equal 1 and 5. Alright, if you're lost at this one, be sure to rewind it and rewatch it. Alright, next one. State the transformation, vertical asymptote, horizontal asymptote, domain, range of the following. So this is back to using our IHOT over rules. So the first one, f of x equals 1 over x plus 1 minus 3 on the outside. The plus 1 down low is going to say it goes with your x. X is a liar. You think it's going to go to the right, but really it's going to go to the left. So this one goes to the left 1. And then negative 3 tells me it goes down 3. Okay, now remember we had our hk. So our h was negative 1 and our k was negative 3. So that means our h, which is negative 1, which is our vertical asymptote, so x equals negative 1. And then our k is our horizontal asymptote. Sorry, let me label this. That might help you. Okay, then our horizontal asymptote is our k, so y equals negative 3. And so for our domain, x cannot equal negative 1. And for our range, x cannot equal negative 3. Okay, this was all stuff that we did on like Tuesday, I think, last week. Alright, next one. F of x equals negative 3 divided by x plus 1 minus 3. First thing, let's go ahead and identify our hk. So we have plus 1, so our h is negative 1. Our k is negative 3. Alright, so vertical asymptote then, because we can just figure that out. X equals negative 1. horizontal asymptote, y equals k, so y equals negative 3. So for our domain, x cannot equal negative 1. And for our range, y cannot equal negative 3. Alright, now let's do our transformations. I have a negative up top, so I'm going to reflect. My pen is really not working. So reflect over the x-axis. Alright, my a is 3, which is greater than 1, so I'm going to stretch. Then I'm going to go left 1 and down 3. Alright, next one. 1 over x minus 6 plus 10. Alright, first let's identify hk. So I have x minus 6, so my h is 6, my k is 10. So my vertical asymptote is x equals 6. So for my domain, x cannot equal 6. Then my horizontal asymptote, y equals k. So y equals 10. And so that means for my range, y cannot equal 10. Alright, transformations. I did not reflect and I did not stretch. So I moved to the right. I went right 6. And then I went up 10. Okay, so that I don't get cut off in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video now. If you have any questions on 1 through 3, go ahead and stop it, rewatch it, or if you have any questions so far, ask the sub to rewind it. That way you can see what part you forgot. Then I'm going to pick up with number 4.